Welcome to The Data Pulse, a data-driven health podcast breaking down key health trends and insights in South Carolina. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Public Health. Visit dph.sc.gov/tracking. Better info, better health. Here's your host, Tony G.
Welcome to this edition of the Data Pulse. I am your partner in praise, Tony G. Today we talk with Stephanie Chiodini. She's an epidemiologist and director of the South Carolina Central Cancer Registry, located within the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. She transitioned to this role as director in mid-2022. Prior to this, she was an epidemiologist and data use manager for the registry starting in 2016, after a short stint as a laboratory tech for a microbiology lab. Now, Stephanie oversees the overall functionality of the registry, including the collection and quality control of all cancer diagnosis among South Carolinians. She also ensures that once the data is available, that it's being utilized by both internal and external partners, including academic researchers and policymakers. Let's talk with Stephanie after this.
It seems like data is everywhere these days, but is it reliable? Data from SC Tracking is both accurate and reliable. It's easy to find, easy to use, and has a guide to help you find the information you need. Visit dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks. Do you want to compare health conditions in your county to the rest of your state? SC Tracking tracks that. Maybe you're concerned about air quality where you live. SC Tracking tracks that. Or maybe you're interested in rates of different types of cancer in your county. SC Tracking tracks that too. Visit the SC Tracking website at dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks and try it out. Better info, better health. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Public Health.
Welcome back to the Data Pulse. Today we talk with Stephanie Chiodini about the South Carolina Central Cancer Registry. And before we talk about that, Stephanie, let's talk about you, where you're from, how you got to DPH, and this particular area of study.
So I am originally from New York, and I went to school at Auburn University in Auburn, Alabama. Then I went for my master's here at the University of South Carolina here in Columbia.
Now, how did that happen, by the way?
Well, truly, I wanted to go to an SEC school.
Okay.
And then, South Carolina was beautiful, and I really loved the campus. So I chose to go here over UGA. And I think I made the right choice. But after I graduated with my master's in epidemiology, I got a position here at the South Carolina Central Cancer Registry. At that point, it was DHEC. And I've been here ever since, so about 10 years.
All right. So today we're talking about the South Carolina Central Cancer Registry. Tell us about that, what it is, and who and what is it for?
So cancer is a reportable condition here in South Carolina and in the rest of the United States. So any facility or healthcare provider that diagnoses or treats somebody that was diagnosed is required by law to send that person's information to the central registry. So we collect that information and make that information available to the general public and to researchers who may want to use South Carolina cancer data in their research. And we also do surveillance. So if somebody is concerned that maybe they have an excess of cancer in their area, we can do a cancer cluster assessment.
So tell us a little bit more about where the information actually comes from.
Okay, so we get our information from the reporting facilities. So the hospital that somebody may go to or the oncology office that they go for treatment, they send their information to us. We also get information from other states. So if somebody were to maybe go across state lines and go to Duke for treatment, North Carolina will send their information to us and we reciprocate. So we make sure that we are capturing anybody who may be diagnosed or treated in another state. And then occasionally we do find that cases are not reported to us, and unfortunately we find those through death certificates. So we partner with the Office of Vital Records here at DPH as well, and we are able to pull out those individuals who may have died from cancer, and we follow back to see if we have their diagnosis information. If we don't, we capture what we can based on a death certificate.
So despite the fact that the name of it is the South Carolina Central Cancer Registry, you are saying that this is basically information from not only maybe state to state, from nationwide as well?
Correct. So every state has a central cancer registry.
Gotcha.
And we all have kind of the same primary function. And we share those cases that we identify that should belong to another state.
Stephanie Chiodini joining us today, talking about the South Carolina Central Cancer Registry. We'll talk more about the registry and SC tracking after this.
It seems like data is everywhere these days, but is it reliable? Data from SC Tracking is both accurate and reliable. It's easy to find, easy to use, and has a guide to help you find the information you need. Visit dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks. Do you want to compare health conditions in your county to the rest of your state? SC Tracking tracks that. Maybe you're concerned about air quality where you live. SC Tracking tracks that. Or maybe you're interested in rates of different types of cancer in your county. SC Tracking tracks that too. Visit the SC Tracking website at dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks and try it out. Better info, better health. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Public Health.
Welcome back to the Data Pulse. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, since we are talking about cancer. Join us in standing strong with survivors, honoring fighters, and spreading hope. Together, we believe in early detection, treatment, and a cure. So let's wear pink and make a difference this month. We're back with Stephanie Chiodini. And Stephanie, I'm sure that a lot of this information you can find on the dashboards of SC Tracking. By the way, that website is dph.sc.gov/tracking. Tell us about that.
Oh, absolutely. The tracking website has a large cancer dashboard. We also are working on a childhood cancer dashboard. So that is to be continued, I suppose.
Gotcha.
And then we also have available on our website several profiles, so county profiles that people can download. We also have some of the more common cancer type fact sheets that somebody, if you're interested in breast cancer, say, there's some quick statistics on there and information that people can use.
Is there a area of cancer concerns for any particular, county that pop to your mind that you could share? Something that's really high, for instance, in a particular area? We all know that the I-95 corridor is typically higher, so the PD region of South Carolina, but it varies among the different counties in the state, especially for the different cancer types. Anything in particular for the state overall?
So it is notable, and South Carolina is not alone in these trends that we're seeing. We unfortunately follow the same patterns that are seen in the United States, but we do see for men, for example, Black men have a higher incidence and mortality for prostate cancer compared to white men. And when we're talking higher for mortality, we're talking nearly 2.5 times higher death rate for Black men versus white men. And since it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we know that white women have a slightly higher incidence rate for breast cancer than Black women, but Black women die at a significantly higher rate. I know that's about 33% higher death rate for Black women than white women. Wow,
great information. Let's wrap up with Stephanie after this.
Are you looking for accurate data for school projects, grant applications, or business presentations? SC Tracking has that. Go to dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks. SC Tracking tracks state and county level data. It's easy to get started. Visit dph.sc.gov/SC Tracks. Better info, better health. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Public Health.
Welcome back to the Data Pulse. We were talking today with Stephanie Chiodini from the South Carolina Central Cancer Registry. Don't forget, if you like information about cancer issues throughout our state, region, and your area, you can check out dph.sc.gov/tracking. That's dph.sc.gov/tracking. Now, Stephanie, is there a website that folks can go to get information directly from your department?
So you can message us on email at cancer.registry@dph.sc.gov, and we can fulfill any data requests that somebody might have. Our data are typically up on the scan application on DPH's website. Right now we pulled it down so that we can add a new year of data up there. So eventually those will be available. And we have been working with the tracking team to add additional information onto the current cancer dashboard that is up. So right now, I don't think it can be broken down by race, but that's something that we're actively working to add to that so that folks can pull this information.
All right. We've been talking about the South Carolina Central Cancer Registry. Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us on today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And that wraps up this edition of the Data Pulse.